Good day, everyone. A little different format today. I'm gonna do a voiceover because this was a long build and I had music going, so just easier that way. Anyway, here's some before shots of how the knife looked before. Pretty old. Actually, this thing's older than I am, so I'm not sure what kind of steel it was. Obviously, it looks like, well, not obviously, but it looks like something like stainless or whatever, because if it wasn't, it'd be rusted. So they had some tape as a handle, so just removing that off right now. That's what it looks like underneath the handle. Not too sure what the original handle was, and now I'm just cleaning off the rest of the sticky stuff with some acetone. Just measuring the center of the handle and as much as I could as the blade, because it had only a single edge, and he wanted me to add another edge to it. So a bit easier when I know where the center is. And here I am with my plunge line guide. Just be doing that on my 1x30 sander. Right, and that was after some of the major grinding, so I have both bevels there, both edges, and he wanted a polished blade, so here comes the hand sanding. 320 grit, and I'm just showing what it looks like after each grit, just so everyone kind of has an idea what it looks like. So I think it actually took me about 3 hours per side. Yeah, it was kind of a long process, but you'll see pretty soon how it turned out. Starting to look shiny there. Start to see the reflection. And the funny part is I forgot to start recording some of the earlier grits, so I think in total I did 13 grits. There we go. I think that was the last round of sandpaper. Oh no, sorry, yeah, 2500. I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah. There you go, 3,000. That was the last grit I did, so for sandpaper. So it's fairly reflective. Not many scratches after 3,000. And that's the Mother's aluminum polish, but works really well for steel too. So yeah, that's a pretty nice mirror finish. And that was only the one side, so I didn't show both, but now since both sides are done, I'm just showing both sides. And now it's time for the scales. That's a piece of white oak, or whatever. I'm just measuring how much I need. And since I don't have a bandsaw, or I could have used a, I forget the name. Anyway, so yeah, it was done by hand. Fun stuff. And then cut it in half because it was about an inch thick, so. Ready to drill the pinhole through. Done. I have some stainless steel pins there. I didn't cut them down yet, just because I didn't need to. Just tracing out the contour of. Dang, there we go. Holy cow. Anyway, shaping up the handle. sped up pretty quick there. There you go, rough shape. They're together, they're not glued yet. I'm doing a little bit of final touch-ups at the front, because once it's glued it's really hard to sand that one down, so that's what I'm doing, just the front of the handle there. Just rounding everything off, making sure everything's as close as I can. Now here I'm putting a roughly 45-degree angle at the front of the handles. You'll see it in a moment here. There we are. That's what it looks like. And then for a little bit of hand sanding to do it all through to the proper grits, proper finish that I wanted. Some alcohol pads, time to clean everything up before epoxy. And since that's all I had, it's some Gorilla Glue. It doesn't really have, or Gorilla Epoxy, it doesn't really have to be waterproof or anything, or not as much because it's not going to be used like in the bush or that. And just wiping off the excess at the front with an alcohol pad. Same thing, you don't want to mess everything up, and obviously, well, things need to be clamped up, so I'm clamping things up. Okay, yeah, now it's probably all cured. Yeah, there we go. So it's all cured, so I was just doing some shaping, reducing the level there close to the window. That's the final shape I got. Not too bad. And then added some boiled linseed oil to make the grain just pop right out. And you can actually see it here when this section, you can really see the grain just pop out. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I was actually surprised how well it did that the first time. It looks like once the linseed oil is all put on, and it's a CA glue finish, so I think I put something like 15 layers of super glue, and then I didn't show everything, but I sanding the whole thing from like 320 all the way to 3000 grit, and that's at the 3000 grit now. And to really make it shine, I have some clear plastic cleaner that gets rid of like all the micro scratches and things like that. But there we go, so that's what it looked like after that. But that's not all. For the plastic polish. Yes, there's lots of stuff flying around. It was a new pad, so yeah, a lot of stuff was flying around right off the bat. And there's the finished product. Turned out really nice. Nice and glossy. It's not too slippery. Here we are. That's the final product. Mirror finish, nice glossy oak handle. I think it turned out pretty good. Now for the sharpness test. And one of my favorite lines, it will cut. Thanks for watching everyone, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video.